Welcome to another video of Dealership Tycoon that in our last 2 days ago we just eventually upload and all the way to 4,001 trophies we got. Unless 24.99 to go, and exactly that recently added planes in this game because of that recent updates in yesterday. And looks like we have our new task that we got driven for 1 mile as well. As before, we're going to be driven for over 100 miles, but looks like we're going to be spending some every miles of this season, unless we're going to be finishing 16 laps, unless we're going to be going back to 2 wheels, I guess, and we're testing out for a super bike, and we got for eventually 4,006 trophies that we just eventually got. As you can see, that last night that we just did here for a lap time is 46.7 seconds, which is my pretty worst for all of these mistakes. Because this bike was actually causing for various mistakes, if I jump here, it's ridiculously loud as well. We're going to be choosing 3 laps as we're testing of this bike. Instead of a motocross, we can't upgrade it here. And looks like that is going to not able to be ended over here. But before that, I'm not eventually trying to do this. We're going to be collecting also for another kinds of milestones. And we got another 50,000 as well. Because as you can see, for liking for a lot of more rewards for 50,000. 50 grand. We cannot believe that isn't going to be pretty just yet. And let's just say I was pretty so ready about this, and we're not going to miss out of this event by the season 9. Here we go in the 3 lap corners, but beyond of this one point, I'm going to be still going outside. The motorcycle is really fast like this super bike, and exceeds the speeds up to 196 miles an hour. And I think that we should be able to see here in the garage after this race. And not before that we're going to be doing for such as one quick, as we're going to be doing this again. We're doing this for 3 to 4 like this, and it's absolutely not going to be pretty possible as well. And we're not going to do for its halfway. If there must be one challenge, unfortunately there is not. Not everything that we should be able to complete the challenge, that I just left things off around here. That mistakenly overshot it going off the track. Instead of this, that must be too slow. I better power slide all the way through and hit the wheat as well. And probably it's not gonna be such a right thing. I'm not sure. It does not going to be staying in control. It's gonna be causing out of control as well. And I did not able to get calls for just a little bit for one thing. I was too late to finish in 3 laps in 2 minutes, and it wasn't pretty possible that we're going to be staying up survive. And turns out there must be one challenger over here right behind us, and I am certainly not sure that is going to be catching up to me for very soon, and not really soon like this thing as well. It's been a while for a lot of laps as well, as you can be seeing around here for many more like these things. I think this is absolutely going for 15 laps around of this race. It's still going to be continuing around of this thing. We just absolutely tried to survive of this thing and deliver 10 cars. We wanted to do though. And this is going to be such as the 5 schedules. And I'm probably not sure this is going to be absolutely for 10 minutes, over 10 minutes of this video of towing for about 4 minutes of like this thing. But in this video, it's taking all the way over 15 minutes as well. Before we're going to be dropping evening as well, we're going to be for our last 2 races to go, and this is actually the 3rd leg of this race. Before the final leg comes, and it goes to a little bit of a while, that the sun is going to come down a little bit pretty sooner. We're not going to end of this video, as we're going to be straightening up this video all the way overnight as well. And it's not going to be pretty possible that we're going to be done this. And then the final lap should be able to be straightened down. Hopefully this is going to be such as a world's greatest endurance racing about motorcycles. And unfortunately that doesn't handle for over 24 hours or 6 hours anytime soon in real life. I'm probably not sure that endurance racing on motorcycles doesn't exist, because that slightly doesn't hope like this real like this thing as well. And probably it wasn't probably real like this thing, because that eventually caused you stress by using about 2 wheels. 4 wheels is absolutely better, because I'm not sure. The problem is that motorcycle that went some sort of a failure or something. We came about for over 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and this is going to be the final leg. And I'm not going to be doing this a little bit of what happens, and let's just probably turning on the headlights on. And before we slightly not going to able to the end of this video, and we got another challenge as well. We're gonna be censored that name, and if he's going to say anything about him, and it was kind of an awkward like this, I'm pretty sure let's turn on the headlights on, and let's just be professional about this. And this is going to be really tough, and the sun has already down, because hopefully that motorcycles was extremely loud as well. And we got ourselves in the first evening, and this is going to be a lack of shame. Like this person right behind on second, he got on over 20 seconds down onto the gap as well. And by the way, he wasn't going to be catching up to me anymore, because I was always ridiculously professional about here, and instead of my mistakes, it's not going over here for just about this. And turns out I was terribly slow for the acceleration without any turbo aspiration. But probably, I'm not sure, that isn't going to be like interested about this. And things that I just start to fail over about off like this thing. And I got 44 new messages about here that we recently never able to be talking about. It's gonna be really stressful about 24 hours, like using motorcycles of Le Mans like this thing, and it's gonna be the final lap. And this is going to be the end of this video over here. Let's just get out of here, and probably I'll be claiming for my reward, as we're hitting all the way to 18 laps as we know it. Now 5 races means this is going to be such as a pretty long thing as well. 12 cars delivered into our next task. And we cannot be able to be sure that wasn't going to be quite full that day. So we have just finished for under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And that is going to be wrap up for today's video as well. But looks like that I just completely did in my fastest lap. 41 seconds on the clock that I just completed to do so. And behind of that one rival. So let's just jump out, and we're gonna be saying to the end of this video, and let's just wrap up for today for just like this. And we just ended up in $29 million as well. So if you hopefully liked for today's video that he eventually went out of the race, and hopefully this rival is going to be saying me for once and for all that he's just gonna be ruined for my entire career and my YouTube career like this thing as well. So Thanks for watching, for all your support, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Our testing is done, and we're not done yet.